Oh god, what did he tweet now? You know what? Doesn't even matter. I gotta get home, I gotta finish work, gotta get ready for Maggie's party. I just hope she enjoyed her gift. It's pretty good. Just feel like I should have gotten her more. I mean, it's her 30th birthday, it's a big deal. I mean, I guess I could see what her friends and family think of her in an unfiltered fashion, you know, really get their raw, honest opinion of Maggie and the 3 decades she's been on this earth. But I don't know, would that be a cop-out? It wouldn't cost any money. We are saving money for the baby. I think she'd enjoy it. What do you think?
That's a great idea. Let's do it.
How old is she turning?
30 years old.
I'm 30. Well, in November I'll be 30.
I just hope Emma Watson remembered what to make.
Jenny and I, we prepared a cake.
Ah, good. Thank you, Emma. One last thing. Will, what is tonight about again?
Tonight is about Maggie.
Oh, okay. Cool. I got you.
Well, hello.
Hi, Maggie.
Welcome to Club 30.
Greetings, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie.
And happy birthday, Maggie. Happy 30th birthday.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Yeah, happy 30th birthday, Maggie. This is going to be a very special one.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Maggie.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday, Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Happy birthday. Happy 30th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And your fat black nephew wants to say a happy birthday. Happy 30th.
That way.
Happy 30th birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday. We love you. You want to say happy birthday, Aunt Maggie?
Happy Maggie. Happy 30th birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday.
Happy 30th birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy 30th birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday.
Hey! Happy birthday.
You're turning 30. Over the hill.
It's a good one. You'll enjoy it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
What was your first impression of Maggie? I just knew that we were going to be friends.
1, I was a little in awe. And 2, I was a little intimidated.
Well, my first impression of Maggie was that this was a girl that I could definitely be happy sharing an apartment with.
I can't say that too many things from Most Blessed Sacrament School brought me happiness, but Maggie's friendship was definitely one of them.
My first impression was a tremendous sense of sarcastic humor. Very witty, very intelligent, and fun.
I still remember the first time we met. You insulted my major, Human and Organizational Development, which you now work in, which I love.
I'd obviously heard your name multiple times at Vanderbilt and knew that I got emails from you all the time, but I never knew who like the mysterious Maggie was.
This was the #1 song on the Billboard charts when Maggie and I met. That's right, we're old as dirt.
And then I met you and I was like, oh shit, this girl's living with Yaja. She's really cool. Maybe she's gonna be better friends with Yaja than me. I better get in on this and get to know her. And then I realized that you were like this extremely down-to-earth, very friendly, very kind person.
Between our mutual love of Harry Potter, Downton Abbey, and The Bachelorette, I mean, really, what else was there back in 2012?
She was one of the first friends of Judy's that I met. So welcoming, so nice, so easy to talk to. Big part of why I liked Judy. I thought, oh, well, she has good friends.
I thought she was really smart and really friendly and very personable, and I was just so excited when we found out that she was going to be part of our family.
My first impression of Maggie was that she was so genuine and down to earth, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to say this.
I can't for the life of me remember how we first became friends and how we first met, and I think it's because, you know, Maggie's the kind of person who just always makes people feel comfortable, always makes them feel as if they've always been friends and have always gotten along.
I really got to know Maggie when I used to go up to Washington often and invite Dave to dinner, always hoping that he would bring Maggie with him. And usually she could make it, and we had some really great conversations in a number of watering holes and restaurants.
I was visiting Vanderbilt in Nashville, and Hannah had to go do ballet all day long. And it was on a Saturday, and you and we watched college football together all day long. So I loved you immediately from that day because we got along super well and became fast friends ever since.
Gonna guess it was Old Ebbitt because that's where we used to go pretty much every week.
And actually, it's really a funny story because the first time I met Maggie, she flat out lied to my mom. So it was when I came to the apartment there was just this amazing number of empty wine bottles. And Maggie just spun into this story about how the empty wine bottles were actually for a church bottled collection fundraiser. And the best part about it was that my mom didn't buy a word of it, but I did, because I'm a complete sucker.
And I ended up talking to her for an hour and a half or 2 hours on the phone. And just, I think one of the first stories that she told me was how she had just gotten a package from her mom, but it was shipped accidentally, and it was lingerie, and it was just this huge, hilarious mix-up story. But we just immediately clicked.
My first impression of her is you're just so warm and genuinely nice, you can just tell. And we just hit it off, and also are so funny at the most random moments with these random one-liners that I just love.
You were a pretty cool chick from the beginning, because the first time I met you, you were dressed as a man. Of course, Inspector Gadget at a Halloween party in Crawford.
It was 4th or 5th grade, and I just thought that she was very nice and smart and seemed like a really nice person, and that's why I invited you to the pool with me, Courtney, and Chelsea.
We're very excited for you and David, just like your dad and I were excited 30 years ago when you came.
But I will say my first impression that I do remember is that we had the same thesis class, and I was excited when she was in the same class as me our junior year, because I knew we'd hung out or something before that, and I'd always liked her, and I always liked hanging out and talking to her. And then, of course, we ended up becoming peer review partners, and I told her later I had a little crush on her when we were seniors. But I also thought she had a boyfriend the entire time, and so I thought that really wasn't an avenue that I could explore.
Call being on the field hitting a softball around. I also think you had a busted foot.
At one point. And you were a really good sport about
that. Might be two
too.
different times, but they merged together.
It was that you were wasting your time with Dave, and that you really had no business being with him, and I thought this was going to be over in 2 months when you realized that he was boring and not very sophisticated. So well done. Well done for sticking around with him.
Maggie, I had a great first impression of you. I thought you were always a really thoughtful, generous person, and I know you're going to be a great mom.
I don't really remember the first time I met Maggie, but when I think Maggie, I associate Maggie with like English history buff, Harry Potter fan, among other things.
I do remember within the first couple times meeting Maggie, knowing that she was the most eminently reasonable person I'd ever met in my life. And I knew that we, whether sober or drunk, we could have conversations about any topic, from politics to sports to you name it. Yeah. And I like that we can still continue to have those conversations.
She was this really cool, super chill girl from Louisiana that knew a lot about football and sports in general, and I just thought, wow, I could talk to this girl all day.
Obviously then, I just thought that she was brilliant, witty, so fun. But then we kind of lost touch for a bit, so I think I count our real first impressions of each other to be when I bumped into her by pure chance at the Holocaust Museum while she was volunteering there. And I guess then I just knew that we were going to be friends for life.
One of my favorite memories of Maggie is in 2015 when we were in Baton Rouge for the wedding. And at the luncheon, at the rehearsal dinner, at the wedding, throughout, Maggie was just so cheerful and relaxed and happy and visiting with everybody, and it was just, she was just such a wonderful, happy bride.
I have a lot of favorite memories with Maggie. Your wedding, which we don't need to get into the details of. And when you said the baby's name at the baby shower last week, that was pretty hilarious.
It's hard not to say old Epic, although I know that's fairly non-specific.
It felt like a secret club, like we were being let into a secret club. And we spent all of Friday night just merrymaking.
Watching you and David at your engagement party, I think it was at Raquel's house, and I just remember like looking across the room and seeing you guys, and you were one of the first of our friends to get married. And I remember just looking at you guys and thinking like, man, they really, really love each other, and I knew it was gonna work, but it was also just really cool to see, and it was really cool to witness. And I think I was single at the time, or I was maybe just starting to date Ryan, but I definitely wasn't happy. And I remember that ringing a bell with me and just thinking like, I really hope I end up getting what they have.
When we all helped move Raquel's stuff from her old apartment at Courthouse, carrying her mattress through the street. Yeah, it's a good time.
And Old Ebbet.
Old Ebbet.
On Fridays.
I have so many great memories with Maggie, from everything from when we went on that party bus out to Virginia and to the wineries, to so many Friday nights spent at Old Ebbet. One memory in particular that I love is when we came to Ebbet, and it was right after you found out you were pregnant, and you were so excited, and we were all so excited for you, and I just remember that day.
My favorite memories with you is when we took a road trip down to Florida. I think it was a few months before we got married, and we just rode in the car together, and we had fun laughing, singing along to dumb songs and Queen and Eminem and all that stuff. And I don't know, I just remember thinking like, I couldn't wait to marry you, and I just remember having the best time that whole trip.
My favorite memories with Maggie was actually our trip to Orlando/Harry Potter World back in 2014. Maggie, Yaja, Whitney, and I all crammed into our rental car, the Cube, singing Drunk on a Plane on repeat, and that was just a ride from the airport. And we ended up staying up way too late and drinking way too much wine, recurring theme, and then rallying the next day in a big way because we were all just so excited to experience Harry Potter World for the first time. Total nerds, but I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. It was just an amazing trip.
Early on in our friendship, when we were both in undergrad, for whatever reason, my ride from the airport had fallen through, so I was stranded. And Maggie, without hesitation, picked me up, went out of her way to get me home, and she would have done that for just about anyone, I think. So it just kind of goes to show what a great person she is.
Yeah, we've definitely felt lucky to have lived so close by, celebrating big moments like engagements and weddings, and of course, the most fun just hanging out on a day-to-day basis. And we look forward to hanging out with you now that you're old.
And your new edition is coming.
And of course, your new edition.
New Year's Eve last year, downtown Atlanta. Big night out.
We had a great time. Yeah, it was awesome. Live music was going. Got to see Dave's dance skills, which were...
Yeah, on point, Dave. Well done.
I will always remember when we beat St. Thomas More in volleyball. Caitlin Spears was serving the ball. It was 7 o'clock on a Monday, and I think it was the 13th. And it was in April. And that'll always stand out. One of the best memories ever.
In general, it's nice to have another outsider impression to say, hey, look at all these crazy people.
You were there to help me pick out my very first outfit for my first date with Brian, which was at Jackson's in Nashville. He liked it. And a few summers ago in 2012, I was with you when you rekindled your friendship and then began dating Rutz, when we got drunk and played beer pong out on the patio. And we've just had a blast. It's been so fun living here in DC with you and Rutz, and we've been able to continue hanging out as a couple.
I would say brunch in the zoo, because up until the point when y'all came with us, you made fun of us and you said it was a stupid thing to do. And it is kind of stupid, but you know what? You said over and over again, who would go get wasted at bottomless brunch and then go hang out at the zoo? But guess what? We had a lot of fun when you did it with us.
But yeah, no, we've had a lot of really, really fun memories over the camping trips. When we went horseback riding was really fun. Hearing her make fun of Judy.
We really miss living in DC with you and David because we loved all of our political discussions that were very well informed.
So Aunt Maggie and Uncle David came down to visit you, pretty much specifically to see you. And she was so sweet. Aunt Maggie was so sweet holding this little guy and just showering him with so many smiles and love.
Maggie and I have done so many stupid and kind of embarrassing things together, like going to the Sound of Music sing-along, where we literally dressed up as, German characters and went and sang outside for 2.5 hours while watching the movie, or going to Disney on Ice as the only people over the age of 12 without 3-year-olds with them, I'm sure we're on a lot of national watch lists.
And it was the morning after your wedding. But the next morning we went out to breakfast, and I forget what happened exactly, but somebody said something about the Mrs. Rutz doing something, and David said, "What did my mom do?" And I don't remember your exact reaction, Maggie, but something to the effect of, "David, that's me. I'm Mrs. Rutz."
I can't say if it was our mutual love of Roller Coaster Tycoon or our Harry Potter obsession or the matching Hayden Christensen Star Wars posters that we both had hanging in our bedrooms that forged our preteen girl friendship. But apparently that's the kind of stuff that makes friendships last the course of decades.
It's just so much fun to hang out with y'all, and I really appreciate the fact that you kind of welcomed me into the friend group. It means a lot to me.
Well, now you're stuck with us for life. So.
It's true, I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite thing about Maggie? There is not just one. It's impossible to just narrow it down to one.
My favorite thing about Maggie is probably how much she can't stand books and particularly dislikes Harry Potter. Like, she has a vehement loathing for that book series and for books and European history in general. So I really admire that about her.
Despite all of my resistance, she finally forced me to watch Game of Thrones and got me completely addicted.
Maggie is a book lover and she was a history major. I love those things about her.
Maggie, you are one of the smartest, kindest, most compassionate people that I know, and you're going to make an amazing mother, and I am just so lucky to have you as a friend.
Fun fact, you're the only friend that I have that likes Harry Potter. So you're the only person that I'm ever able to talk with it about. And Star Wars.
I mean, Maggie, you have so many amazing qualities. You're smart, you're kind, you're intelligent, you're beautiful, you're like a Renaissance woman who can talk about sports and politics and history and literature and just about anything I can think of, and we always have stuff to talk about. But really, your number one quality, and the number one reason I know you're going to be a great mom, is you have the biggest heart of anyone I know, and you care so much about your family and others and your friends, and you put other people before you, something I know you're going to pass on to Emma. Yes, I blew the name. Her name is Emma, okay? Everyone knows.
When I think of Maggie, I think of someone who is kind and smart and strong and loves Harry Potter maybe a little too much. No, not at all. We love it.
Definitely your humor. You have such a funny sense of humor, and it's very unique and a little bit sarcastic, and I love that about you. I love that you're not afraid to get into discussions and all of these things that a lot of women especially won't go on about and won't be open and share their beliefs on, and I really respect that. That's something that I know I can always talk to you about.
He is one of the most kind and compassionate and loyal people who has this quirky sense of humor that automatically drew me to her and sealed the deal with our friendship when we were just 11.
Maggie is brilliant. She is one of the most intellectually curious and open-minded people that I know.
I think above all else, I just love that she doesn't sweat the small stuff, and I could be a really tiny, stressed out little person all the time. So hanging out with Maggie, shut up. So hanging out with Maggie really helps with that. She's just very rarely stressed over things that don't matter. I think in that way, she's just an incredibly enjoyable person to be around, and she clearly has the big picture in mind always. Funny.
What she said.
One of the great things about Maggie is that she's a very cool customer. She's very laid back. It's possible to have opinions but not be pushy. It's a pretty cool thing that she's able to do.
Maggie's pretty cool.
Maggie is so thoughtful. I think that's my favorite thing about her, and just such a good listener. She is probably the best person to debate issues with or just talk about life with, because she's just so willing to think things through and so reasonable.
So loyal, so thoughtful. She's hilarious. She's cool. She is just the most amazing friend that anyone can have.
One of my favorite things about her is that she's not just a good person, she sees the good in other people as well. She really knows what to care about, and she's constantly one of those people who's saying, well, put yourself in that person's shoes. Think about how they see the world. And so she really knows what to care about, in addition to LSU football. I think I might be the only person who's actually ever lived with both David and Maggie separately. And I can say without a doubt that Maggie was a better roommate. I mean, it's not a competition, David, but it kind of is. And Maggie was by far the better roommate. So you really lucked out there.
Just how much she loves her friends, her family is the number one thing in her life.
All he cares about is school and his mom and his friends. Is that bad?
Always eager to learn new things and to have like hard conversations with your friends.
Her laugh is very contagious, but just her positive nature. She's down to earth. I always feel like I can be myself.
Maggie, you are a wonderful, sweet, extremely intelligent, soon to be incredible mom, and happy 30th birthday. We can't wait what comes for you over the next year. It's gonna be really exciting.
You deserve all the happiness in the world. Joelle Hermione Rutz is going to be absolutely perfect. And I can't wait to see you grow into this new chapter of your life. Please come see me soon. I miss you, I love you, and happy birthday!
You're gonna have a baby daughter and be the best mom in the world. We're so excited for you.
We're so happy for you.
Yes.
Both of you. And happy birthday, Maggie.
In general, I just really want to end by saying that I love you. I am so happy that you guys are about to have this baby. I actually really can't wait to babysit. I love you guys. Have a wonderful 30th birthday. Bye.
I'm so excited that you get to experience all these great first moments with your little girl. And I know that you're going to be such a wonderful mom.
Hope you enjoy your last birthday before your mom. And Aunt Sloan and Uncle Eric are ready to snuggle.
Anyway, once again, happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
And I can't wait to meet the little lady. So I love you, and I'm so lucky to be your friend, and I hope you have a fantastic day.
Truly, Maggie, I could not have survived my 20s without you, and I'm just really excited to see what the 30s have to bring, because you're a wonderful person, and even though you might not stay in DC, you're pretty much stuck with us for life.
So happy birthday, happy 30th. It's not that scary, but we're gonna all hang out together and it'll be great. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'd like to say happy 30th birthday, Maggie. I am so excited to see what the next decade is going to bring for you and David and your baby girl. I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Maggie. Have a wonderful 30th and many, many more.
We can't wait for you to be a mom, and we look forward to meeting you and your new baby very soon.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday.
I'm so glad that me and you have continued to stay friends all these years. As you can see, I'm holding Nora right now because you'll soon learn that when you become a mother, you have to multitask. And I'm so happy for y'all, and I know you'll be a great mother.
Wiley also wants to wish you a happy birthday.
Say hi, Wiley.
Say hi.
Hi. There it is. All right, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Bye. Happy birthday.
See you soon. Bye.
Well, I'll wrap this up by saying I really appreciate everyone participating, and Maggie, everyone was excited to share their messages of love and appreciation for your birthday and how you've touched everyone over the years. And I really enjoy getting to see all that and see what everyone else loves and admires about you just the way I do. So I love you. I hope you had a happy birthday. I hope you're having a happy birthday. We still got fun stuff to do today. And you are the best, my dear. I love you.